Hey guys, welcome to Table Talk with CW and Billy. So we had a little hiatus there because I had a family emergency, but we are back. So our first topic today is about the American Family Association is calling for us to boycott Target. Because Target is now allowing trans people to use the bathroom that is with their assigned gender identity. So what do you think? You want to tell you what I think? You want to know what I think?
Yes.
I think trans people have been doing this forever, using the bathroom that goes along with their gender identity. Like if you're a trans woman, you're going to use the women's bathroom. If you're a trans man, you're going to use the men's bathroom. Like they've been doing this all this time, and now people are all up in their business, all up in their poop and pee business, honestly, because that's all they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what is it and why is it that people are now in 2016, after these people have been using the bathroom and minding their own damn business all this time, that people are like, no, we can't let them use the bathroom? Because basically the things that I've seen is people are citing like they're scared about their like daughter getting raped by a man or something happening to their son if they go, to the bathroom by themselves. But I mean, honestly, when you look at like trans issues, like they're the people that are getting attacked. And it's usually not like a man dressed as a woman that's raping a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's a man dressed as himself, like as a man, that's raping a woman. So then that brings about to me like just like rape culture and like that like fear mongering thing where you're just like, if we let these people do this, then all of a sudden like everything's gonna go to hell. But you don't realize that these aren't the people that are doing the crimes that you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, and even, I don't know, because even the organization itself, American Family Association, is, they kind of pride themselves on being this Christian activist group that is really just like everything not Christian. So they are just really like just every ism there is what they show. Well, at least what I've seen on their website and stuff like that. But when you say that trans people who are transgendered have been using the bathroom, have they really been using whatever bathroom they want?
They look like, if you're a trans woman, then you look like a woman.
Right.
So then, and to be like a trans person, you're wearing that gender's assigned clothes.
Right.
So if you're a trans woman and you're wearing a dress, when you go in a woman's bathroom? Or if you're a trans man and you have a beard now and a mustache, when you go in the men's bathroom? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the like thing I'm trying to say. So, if you're saying that whatever gender you were born with, Caden, Jamie, come get your son. Whatever gender you were born with, that you have to use that bathroom, then that means this trans man that now is probably muscular because he's been probably taking some hormones. He may have a beard and a mustache, probably all shaped up nice, that he's going to now have to go to the women's bathroom. So how would you feel now that this person who, they're saying like, yes, I was born, the hospital basically said I was a girl, had the genitalia. Now I have a mustache and a beard, but now I'm coming to your bathroom. Is that a question?
Sure, I don't know. I'm just saying. I guess I wouldn't notice it. I'm just thinking it helps me sometimes if I just try to put myself in somebody else's spaces. And I guess if someone passes well for a woman or a man, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I guess maybe there wouldn't be, you wouldn't notice whether or not someone was using the restroom that they chose. But for the people who maybe, I mean, for me, it just, I see so many like threats or potential situations to be harmed if you use the bathroom that you want to, and the people around you aren't open to giving you the space to just choose. And so that just freaks me out. Like the American Family Association calling this boycott freaks me out, because it's like, really, like you said earlier, like these people are trying to use the restroom just like anybody else. They aren't putting anybody at any higher risk of anything, when really we know that, you know, people who are assaulted or experience sexual assaults or whatever, that typically happens from someone that they know. You know, from the creepy ass uncle you forced to hug when you were a kid. You know what I mean? So I don't, you know, people who are transgendered shouldn't be treated or blamed or accused of being predators. But this whole just, I don't know, this whole bathroom thing, I really have a low tolerance for really stupid things, and I just feel like, why even put genders on the damn bathroom anyway? Like, just let people use the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, and leave people alone. Like, what is it doing to you that I'm using the bathroom in this stall? Like, leave me alone and go on about your business. If I want to stand in the mirror and fix my makeup, then let me do that. Give me the space to do that. I'm not requiring anything of you or your family. I'm not threatening you or anything like that. So give me the same respect. Give me the same space to be able to do what I want to do. And the fact that people still have an issue with this is like driving me crazy. I mean, I never, because I'm heterosexual and I mean, yes, we all exist in this heteronormative environment. I've never even really consistently thought about the differences in terms of just having access to things.
And I've honestly never thought about that either until I saw like this kind of thing where it's like, you know, it's such an issue when people want to just use the fucking bathroom.
Yeah. And I guess I shouldn't have even, what does me being heterosexual have to do with anything? Gender identity is different than sexual orientation. Sorry.
I mean, but I see what you're saying, like being in that mindset, like you don't have to struggle or think about these things. I understand what you're saying.
So I just like automatically just go. And I don't even, you know, and I don't even necessarily worry about who else is in there.
I'm not like, is that a man or woman right there?
I gotta do what I came here to do. I'm not worried about, you know, you ain't got nothing to do. Look.
Like, it's like, hey, don't peek under my door. Right. Go sit down on the toilet. Do what you gotta do. Do you need a square or two? Like, I could probably drop you a piece over there.
Right.
Like,
it's just really stupid, really petty, really just all the phobias, all the isms.
But I like Target for doing this stuff.
See, but Target, I don't know about Target. Target be a little iffy sometimes. In general, in this aspect,
I like them.
Right, but they cost too much.
They do.
They had the white Annie a few months ago. They wasn't putting the black Annie on there with her fro and her curls, and it was awesome. So Target, I don't know.
You fucks with them sometimes.
Sometimes on the clearance.
Yes.
Every now and again, when your advertisement is right. And the lines ain't long.
She throwing all this shit at Target. They finally decided that Harriet Tubman is going to replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. But not until 2030.
$14 For some 14 years, Harriet Tubman is going to be on the $20 bill.
But this like other black news has brought out all the racists, all of them coming full force, especially on the internet. Like, I've seen someone was like, Harriet Tubman is a thief because she was stealing property, mind you, people. And I saw one thing, and it was a bunch of just like N-words. It was like, Harriet Tubman is a nigger. This nigger's did this and that. I'm just like, really, people? And then I saw another thing. It's like only the president should be on bills, but Ben Franklin is on the $100 bill. Maybe these people have never had a $100 bill. That's why they saying that.
Is something tapping on your window? Sorry.
No, it's probably just because the wind's blowing, I guess.
See, I don't. This whole thing is weird. Like, so people, like, I need to. One, I need to read more. So I'm saying that right now because I'm gonna need some accountability partners. I need to read more. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general. Number two, I need to read more about this as well because I mean, who came up with this decision? Why was this decision made? Like I saw people like praising that a woman would be on U.S. currency, and then I saw people praising and excited about the fact that this would be a black woman, and then people were really, really excited that it would be Harriet Tubman, like saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna cash my checks and I'm gonna get all 20s every single time I go cash my check." And really, when I saw it, I just kind of like scratched my head, like. More often than not, when things happen, I just am kind of like really stoic about it. Because even in this situation, I'm wondering what that is going to do for us as a community when we still are underpaid, overworked. Like, my mother could be on a $20 bill. If I ain't going to have more 20s because she on a $20 bill, like I'm not going to establish wealth. I'm not going to be able to get up and leave this country if I felt like it and go move to someplace else. Like I still won't experience freedom or have the space, you know what I mean, to I guess to even move about sometimes. Like I'm just like really confused and like at a loss of words as to why people are like think people seeing wins and it's like we made it. And it's like, no, we didn't. What you mean? You still get paid $8.25 or $8.75 an hour.
Still people out here with like poisonous drinking water, still lead in like all these schools, school system failing kids. But we like, yeah, this is a nice celebration, but let's not forget.
I don't even think it's a nice celebration.
I think it's a nice little celebration, but it's kind of like your second grader like winning the spelling bee. Yeah, it's a nice celebration, but he still got a long way to go, like to actually graduate school. So yeah, celebrate for like a second, but like people's going crazy, like, oh my gosh, we won! Like,
would Harriet Tubman celebrate for a second though? Like really? Like when. Like, really, people are dying in the street. Like, people don't have drinking water. Like, what Harriet Tubman be like, we made it. No, I don't think, I highly doubt that. Like.
But it's like, people that are celebrating probably don't know much about Harriet Tubman, though. Besides that, she freed slaves. So it's like, yeah, like, to them, maybe she would have celebrated because she freed a bunch of slaves. But to people that actually know about her, like, no, she was going to keep on doing what she got to do. So it's like, and like, when I see stuff like this, I also think it's like, to like, distract you from other things.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, when something like this comes on, like, and, you know, people become so distracted, and probably there's something else going on out there that we aren't even paying attention to because too many people are like, yes, $20, give me all them 20s. First of all, are you even going to make it to 2030? Because how times are going where black people just get killed in the street. Are you even going to make it to see Harriet Tubman on these 20s?
That is so true. Like, that is so true.
So it's like, we getting excited, but let's not be distracted by this like small thing here. And yeah, I might get my little 20 with Harriet on it, but I'm not gonna be just like, we made it. That's my 120.
How do you even like? It's just so weird. Like when it's white people on a 20 and it's white men on a 20, it's like, all right, this is a piece of paper. I live in America. This is American currency. It's like, This shit don't belong to me, but neither does anything else in America, really. How I'ma feel spending a 20 with Harriet Tubman's face on it? Like, I feel like that's like a contradiction in action. Like, how you really like, and then how you buy like some silly shit with like Harriet Tubman's face on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, like, where did they do that at? I don't know. It's just weird. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I'm questioning why it was done. Would Harriet Tubman want it to be done? I feel like I'm about to just get all my money in something other than the 20.
You want 20s?
No.
Don't give me that Harriet. I don't want it.
Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's really weird. And it's not weird because it's different or because it's a woman or it's because it's a black person. Well, actually, it is probably weird for all of those reasons because women and black people are just the wealth disparities based on race and gender or sex are just, they're disparities that shouldn't still be here, and you put a black woman on money, but this money still perpetuates all of the terrible things that America stands for. Like the same America that is trying to put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill is telling people who are transgender that they can't use the bathroom.
And then like changing voting laws and shit like that so people can't even vote. I don't know. You know America never been right.
You say it's a small celebration, and I say it's not a celebration at all. It is, we need to figure some stuff out real quick. We've been needing to figure stuff out real quick. But I don't know, I feel like it's like a bamboozled moment. Like I feel like somebody gonna jump out and be like, gotcha.
Psych! Andrew Jackson it is!
Like I just don't know. Like it's just weird. I don't like it. And
end scene. Okay, so this girl say Mia one more time.
Mia
X.
X.
That about Mia? Give me that drink, girl.
Did you say girl?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I got catcalled at the gym the other day. It was so strange. Like so strange.
Why you never been catcalled before?
I have, but not at the gym. Like at least not verbally. Like
well, you
know, people give you looks and stuff.
They was like, "Hey, girl."
It was like repulsive. Anyway, so earlier in this week, news outlets everywhere. I think I saw it on Facebook first, as I do most things because I don't really watch the news. But they reported on a story about a girl named Amy Frances Joyner, who was killed essentially in her high school. And I believe she was from Delaware. Mm-hmm. They were saying, or I guess the news report said that a group of girls, or at least two girls, jumped her, banged her, whatever, in the bathroom of her high school, and she allegedly like hit her head on the sink and died. And that is like, it's tragic. I mean, it's tragic when anybody, dies, and I think sometimes we get sensitive to those things, like death is so normalized. It's also tragic when like children die.
Definitely.
Especially, walking down the street or in safe spaces or what's supposed to be safe spaces like schools and stuff like that. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's so eerie. Like, it's eerie, and it's like, what do you do in instances like this, or any of them? Because the children, I didn't even realize it until I saw it on Facebook, but a boy was recently shot outside of his high school in Baltimore, and a kid died, I think last year, maybe at the end of last year. He was in elementary school. I can't remember his name. but I think he died in his elementary school. And I mean, it's just terrible because these children die, school-age children die, are dying way too frequently for too many different reasons. And it's terrible. It's terrible because, I don't know, it's just like, where are you safe?
But another thing that gets me about this story is that they were reportedly fighting over a boy. So, like, really, two people lost their lives because you have her that, you know, physically died, but you have, because I know, from what I read, they only arrested, like, one person right now. You have this girl that's, and you know they like to make, use black people as an example, so you know she's going to adult prison probably, and you know she's going there for a long time. So it's like you have two people that their lives are basically, you know, in a way like ended. So it's like, I just wonder, like, you're that angry over a boy to do this to someone?
I mean, I think that people in general are angry, period, and don't necessarily know what to do with those things. Like in a lot of reports or whatever about this particular incident, they were talking about how the high school wasn't necessarily a bad high school where fights and stuff like that happened a lot, and she wasn't necessarily a bad person. And I guess this is like my social work mind, but it's like a lot of times we wait for the terrible things to happen, or for kids to act out, or for, you know, our schools to be in these terrible conditions before we intervene and put together these interventions, instead of being on, you know, like the budding end of these things. Yeah, being proactive and having these preventions in our schools and in our communities and society in general, to where we support our girls enough that, you know, they know that relationships are choices. And if he at 16 chooses to be with another woman, that's fine, or be with another girl, then that's fine. You know, you don't have to go out and be like, nah, you gonna be with me, and you don't have to go fight nobody to get the attention of a boy because you are better than that. And if he doesn't notice you or respect you just because, then he's not the person for you. Like, I think that it's, I don't know.
But you know, a lot of times, like, we don't, like, people don't talk to their kids about this stuff. Because, I mean, if your kid is good, then, you know, a lot of times they just, like, go by the, you know, not that the parents don't care, but it's like, if your kid's not doing anything, then you're less likely to talk about them, because they're, like, what do you guys talk about? They're doing what they have to do, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then our kids watch this shit on TV that it's just like what they're doing. Where it's like this one guy, he's like going out with whoever, and so now they're gonna fight over him. The guy has no, you know, guilt in the matter. It doesn't matter what he did. The two girls are just gonna fight, and we see that all the time on TV shows. And at this age, they're probably watching those kind of TV shows where it's like, you know, the reality show kind of thing, where it's like that's the norm. Like, we're making that kind of thing the norm, where girls fight over the one guy, and he just sit back there like, yeah, they fighting over me again.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that in general, I don't know. I mean, it just sucks. And you know, like, to share like Facebook fights and all of this stuff. Like, I remember there was a video a long time ago, like some Sharkeisha or something like that. Sharkeisha, no, something like that. And it was like, why do we share all of this stuff? Like, people fighting should be like repulsive. You should have the knee-jerk reaction to stop it. You know what I mean? To intervene immediately. Who was supposed to but didn't intervene in that situation? Even though she was an honor roll student and was like this awesome kid, this awesome teenager, who was there to protect her? What should have happened in that situation? You know what I mean? Like, kids can do well and be well, especially black girls. We're taught to always do well and be good at whatever it is that we do. but who is there when we do have problems related to boys and stuff like that? Because you know, for me, like even growing up at 16, I wasn't supposed to be worried about no boys, even though I really was. You know what I mean? You worry about school and stuff like that, and you talk to your parents about that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure what kind of relationship she had with her parents. Everything said that they were fairly close, but I do know that sometimes that comes with limitations, and it comes with limitations because we want our girls, our black girls, to be these perfect people all the time. And any inclination that we aren't perfect and that maybe we don't know isn't necessarily those moments that are understood or celebrated of us. And I'm not sure what transpired with that boy or whatever, but it's just concerning that children are dying, period. It's concerning that children are dying in schools. It's concerning because we should be doing something about it, and it's concerning because a community was affected by it.
You're such a social worker though, for real though.
I don't know. It really sucks.
Without saying or talking about the death of Prince, you got anything to say about it?
I don't know if I have anything to say about it, but I do think so. One is just always amazing to me because I feel like black people treat celebrities like they're their family, like all the time, and be like really like distraught, like Lord no.
Now I'll have you know that was definitely my uncle right there.
Case in point.
That was my uncle. And when he wore them high heel boots, I felt like I had probably helped him pick them out for himself. Don't you jealous?
I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, it made me think of a few different things. I just feel like sometimes we get connected to people who are so distant from us, or maybe we feel connected to them through their art or something like that, but we have a hard time connecting to the people down the street. You know what I mean? Or the hoodlums in the neighborhood. Like, I'm really confused. I mean, something's got to give.
I don't know. All I gotta say is, rest in peace, Uncle.
Uncle? He's not your
Yes.
uncle.
That's my uncle. You don't even know us like that. Don't look like that.
This is me.
Do you have a favorite Prince song?
Actually, I mean, I feel like when I was younger, me and my sisters used to sing that diamonds and pearls. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And they'd be like, D's to the I to the A to the M. Words that spell out words are like my favorite songs because then like I reference them all the time, like when I'm stuck.
My favorite song was Adore. I like that song.
How that song go?
I'm not singing on here.
But you can like
hum. You better watch this video later.
Red Corvette. That's all I know of that one.
Purple Rain.
Was Prince and Sheila E. friends?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just, when you said Purple Rain, I put Sheila E. somewhere close to that, and I wasn't sure if it was right or if I was like imagining that.
What if you were imagining that?
Then that means I'm a creative and I'm connected to Prince. Maybe he's my uncle too.
Tune in again on May 15th for our next episode.